Hey everyone, it's Jamie Zebra 23. So many of you have emailed me to ask me, some of you have asked me through comments, whatever happened with that guy that was stalking you? And because I shared it on YouTube, I think it's good that you guys are asking me that, so I don't think you're invading my privacy. But I just didn't feel comfortable sharing it through a private email or sharing it through a comment in the comment section. So I'm going to tell you what happened. For those of you that don't know about this, I'm going to refresh your memories or explain. So I got a divorce in 2019. So after my divorce, I was ready to date. You know, I'm a very cautious person anyway. As all of you know, I have social anxiety, so it's difficult for me to date. I'm very socially awkward. So like if somebody comes up to me to flirt with me or hit on me, I'll start giggling or I'll get nervous and I'll just walk away without saying anything at all. So I'm not really good with that. You know, I'm very much an introvert. My oldest child is also an introvert, but my youngest is definitely an extrovert. He's a social butterfly for sure. But me and my oldest, you know, for almost 20 years, it's just been me and him, and we're the same. We're introverts. We're homebodies. We like to stay home. We like to cook at home. We like to just hang out outside on the patio, that sort of thing. We're introverts, but the baby likes to go everywhere, do everything, make friends, which is great. You know, we need a little bit of socialization in our lives. But anyway, so I figured, okay, what's wrong with me? You know, I'm a woman my age, should have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? Some adult fun. So I was, you know, hoping for romance, but really what I was looking for was for maybe just, you know, a little bit of grown folks time with the same gentleman repeatedly, and it turned into a relationship. That's what my goal was. So I joined a dating site. This was in November of 2019 this happened. So about the fifth person to email, or not email me, but message me on the site. The site is called Meet Me, M-E-E-T-M-E. Meet Me is the name of the site that I met this guy on. I'm not really internet savvy. You guys know, you guys have taught me how to use the internet. You guys have known me for years. I didn't even know how to screenshot until you guys taught me. So I don't know how to use the internet. So you guys taught me. So I went on a dating site thinking it would be fine. Of course, I got weird vibes, but I get weird vibes off of everybody. You know, guys, I'm paranoid all the time. For a good reason though. So I get on this site and this man messages me, which is the red flag here. He goes, oh my gosh, Jamie Zebra 23, I'm your biggest fan. So I was like, oh, how sweet, you know, cool. You know, the guy wasn't much to look at. He looked very basic, very ordinary. Like if you saw him in a crowd, nobody would be like, okay, who's that? They'd be like, I never saw that guy before. He looks very, very basic. And there's nothing wrong with basic. I mean, not everybody wants to look like me, a clown. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking basic. Okay, so this guy was like laying it on thick. I never heard of the term love bombing before until after I posted about him and you guys told me. So I only hung out with the guy for 55 minutes. And so we ended up meeting. We hung out for about 55 minutes. We kissed. When we kissed, I felt like an electric shock from the top of my head go down to the bottom of my feet. I was like, that's weird. That never happened to me before. So I was like, what is this? It was weird. It was it was a warning from my guides to get away from him. So I found out his name, which he told me his first name, but I wasn't linking it to all the emails that I had been receiving since 2016, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to release the emails. I will smudge out the email name, but I will let the date show. So this man sent me about 3 emails in 2016, 2017, and 2018. The same man from the dating site that I hung out with for 55 minutes in 2019. I've got proof. So I got a really nasty vibe. Like literally, you know, sitting next to him, my body started like vibrating, like an animal. Like if an animal is scared, how their body vibrates, nervousness. Like I felt an internal runaway kind of energy. But you guys, I'm like, maybe I'm just nervous because I have social anxiety. So I'm pushing it down, acting like it's nothing. This guy seemed very like robotic. And I even looked at this guy, like I glanced over at him for a second and his eyes turned like demonic. Like I could see nastiness in his eyes, but I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, you know what? You're just nervous. Of course, I mean, I am a psychic. So I'm not trusting myself at this point. So I'm just like, no, I'm just going to explain. I'm explaining everything away, guys, about the guy. So I found out about 3 days after I hung out with him that he was the same man that was sending me all the emails from years ago. So I confronted him with this. He goes, I'm sorry, I've grown up a lot since then. So he apologized for all the emails. So I never saw him again, but I got a bad vibe from him and my cards were telling me horrible things about him. Sage, guys. So my cards were telling me really, really bad things about him, but I figured if I don't see him again, it'll be fine, right? So I was letting him continue to message me. I should have just blocked him, guys. But in my mind, I'm thinking if I just keep pushing him back, which I have all of the text messages from that too. I've got proof of everything. So in case anybody tries to say I'm not telling the truth, I've got receipts. I mean, yeah. My mom has the receipts. Everybody has the receipts. I sent everything to everybody I know just in case. They've got your photograph. They know everything about you. They got your license plate number, everything. So just for safety purposes, because he is watching. He watches all my videos. So this guy, so before I got cameras in the front, I've always had cameras throughout my house, but I didn't have them in the front part. So I was looking outside one day and I saw him outside walking past and I was like, no way, no way. And I was like, Isaac, so I said so I told the guy, I texted him, I said, hey, you can't come here anymore. So, thank you, Juicy Red, thank you. So, okay, I'm moving ahead. I'm moving too far ahead. Okay, so after I spent 55 minutes with him in November, this was like 2 days after Thanksgiving, I hung out with him. 2 days after Thanksgiving. I got a bad vibe from him, so I just stopped hanging out with him. So he was literally writing me text messages. Let's go down to the courthouse and get married. I want to get you pregnant. Let's have babies. I want you to move in with me. I live in a beautiful home, upstairs, downstairs, multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms. He lives in a 1-bedroom in a really bad part of town. I was never going to move, like, I don't know the guy, you know, especially after I found the stalking emails, hell no. But he was like trying to convince me to go do that. I'm like, let's get to know each other better. You know, I'm not telling him yes, I'm just trying to keep him calm. And guys, at this point, I knew the word narcissist, but I didn't know exactly what how bad a narcissist was. I thought it was just a term that people threw around, like a derogatory term. No, narcissism is a real thing. It's a disorder. It's dangerous. It's sick. There's no cure for it. It's a problem. So this guy, he continues to send me these messages. Oh, I love you. I want to be with you forever. You're the one for me. Yeah, we can start a business together. We can ride off into the sunset. You know, my mom's going to move to Pasadena and I want you to come too because there's no black people in Pasadena. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm black. Why would I want to move to a racist place? So this is going into December. I'm getting these messages now. So he's saying all of these, he's saying like all these weird things. He goes, it's no big deal. I just don't, you know, he goes, why are you judging me just because I don't want to live around black people or Arabian people? Keep in mind, guys, this man is Mexican. He's a minority himself. So I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, and all these Indian people. Have you guys ever lived around Indian people? They're like the most peaceful people in the world. I'm like, you got beef with Indian people? Who has beef with Indians? You know, with like the people from India. Nobody has beef with people from India. They're all nice. I mean, I'm sure there's one or two. I mean, I can't say I know an entire race of people, but like, really? And then he was saying he doesn't want to live around Arabians. I'm like, and you live in Houston, Texas? Houston, Texas is a melting pot full of incredible people from all over the world. I'm like, how did you survive so long in Texas if you hate everybody? So I'm like, so, you know, I'm reading, this is all through text, guys. I have all the receipts of all this shit. I've got all the receipts. I screenshotted, I emailed my mom, I emailed my brothers, emailed everybody while it was going on because I'm like, this is some shit here. Something's wrong. So I bought cameras after I saw him walking out front. This is, so moving too far ahead. Okay, so this guy is continuing to write me these messages and he's like, can I come over? I'm like, no, I'm busy. He's like, can I come over? I lied and said, my mom's in town. I can't see anybody for a month. He goes, are you home? I'm like, no, the kids are sick. You know, keep in mind, he's never come, like, I don't know him like that. We're not like that. So yeah, it's not that. So he doesn't know my children, never met my children. We only hung out for 55 minutes back in November. So now we're going into January. So he's like, what gifts did you get for your kids? And I'm like, oh, I'm not getting them anything. Well, you guys know I got the kids Power Wheels and all sorts of shit. But you guys know because, you know, you heard the Power Wheels going in the background and the baby screaming, get my Power Wheel. So you guys already know. So they got their whatever. But I didn't want to tell him because I thought that was weird. And he's a stalker. Like, is he going to try to rob me for the children's gifts? Like, it was just weird. Who says, give me the list of everything you got for your kids for Christmas? I thought that was weird. I never had anybody ask me that. Thought it was weird. So then he's like, well, I can't come over there, why don't you just come over here? Bring the kids. You can come over here. He goes, my daughter's not coming over because she's got her period. I didn't know how that fit into it was weird. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of you know what that means. I don't know why it would matter. Isn't that what a girlfriend says? Isn't that what a boyfriend says to his girlfriend? Like, oh, you're on your, you know, we can't have sex tonight. Never heard of dad and daughter discussing, I can't come over because I'm on my period. But anyway, my mind went somewhere else with that. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So all this is through text message. So I'm just pacifying this guy to keep him calm. So guys, keep in mind, so like when I would tell him you can't come over, he'd be like, you're fucking your baby daddy. I know you are. You're fucking, I got all the receipts, guys. You're fucking your baby daddy. I know you are. Have fun with your fucking baby daddy. Your ex-husband, have fun with him. And I'm like, whoa, I just told you couldn't come over. Just slow your roll, calm down. He goes, I'm going to ruin your business. I'm going to leave so many hate comments on your YouTube. I'm going to he kept calling my phone from different numbers, like minute to minute, second to second. I also have proof of that. I've got the receipts. I even have all the videos. I even posted the voicemail that I posted it here on YouTube. It's even on my YouTube channel, but I put it as unlisted. The voicemail, the threatening voicemails he sent me, all that stuff. So I should have just blocked him. I know hindsight's 20/20, but it just didn't make sense to me. So when I told them, listen, you know, this was about going about before the new year. I told him, listen, I don't think that we mesh well. I don't think our energies match. I already did. Anybody in the comments, anybody who's watching this live, did you hear the voicemail that I posted of the guy that I'm talking about? Some of you, many of you heard it. Most of you heard it. You were like, whoa, that guy sounds crazy. Because the guy was watching all my videos. He called me and sent me a voicemail message. He goes, you fucking bitch. I got a family. How dare you post that on YouTube? That's a private voicemail message I sent you. Like, he was like, you bitch. Keep in mind, guys, I've been married and divorced several times. I've been a really great wife to some people. I've been a really bad wife. I've been a great girlfriend to some. I've been a really bad girlfriend to others. And they never called me outside of my name. I've never been called, you know, a biatch. I've never been called stupid. I've never been called to see you next Tuesday. I spent only 55 minutes with this guy months prior, and he's sending me messages like this. And I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded. You guys, most of you know about this because I was posting it minute to minute, like what was happening. So when I told the guy in December, listen, I don't think we mesh well. You know, I kind of love the world and you kind of hate the world. You know, you discriminate against everybody. And I'm like, humans of all races, sizes, you know, religion, sexual orientation, we're all equal. And he's like, I hate gay people, and I hate black people, and he even hates Hispanic people, and he's Mexican. I don't know what's going on. So, so I'm trying to talk to him like, you know, love and light, you know, maybe meditate on it. Let's pray together. So I'm sending him the Jesus cards, you know, the Jesus deck that I have. I'm like sending him photos of like, pray always, you know, God is here for you. So I'm trying to like wean him off of him thinking it's romantic and pushing him more towards God and the angels, because I was like, this man's trouble. And guys, keep in mind, I didn't know about the narcissist stuff. So then so then he goes, yeah, go fuck yourself. You're emotionally unstable, because I wouldn't be his girlfriend. So I'm like, I'm praying for you. You know, I forgive you. And he's like, he told me F-U-N-I-G-G-E-R. He called me the N-word. And I have the receipts of that. I've got the screenshots of that as well. Yeah. In one of the many voicemails he sent me, he did, to his defense, he did apologize for calling me the N-word. I can honestly say I never had anybody call me, oh, you remember, so yeah, you remember the crazy, that one, yes, truth seeker, the whole debacle all over January and February. So then, I kept everything, I've got it all. I sent it to my family members, everybody knows about this, everybody knows. So, even the police know. Okay, so then I block him, and he starts calling me from other numbers. And he's like, I'm laughing with my ex-girlfriend at all your messages. All my messages tell him is to leave me alone and to find God. And I'm praying for him and to stay healthy. So I'm not sure what messages. And he goes, you played me. He goes, you played me for 2 fucking months. And then he wrote this. He wrote, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like 10 times he wrote the number 2. He goes, you're going to pay for this. You're going to suffer one way or the other. I didn't play him. I was trying to keep him off the ledge. I don't know if you guys tell me if you guys want me to post the emails that he sent me from 2016, 2017, and 2018. In each email, he contradicts himself. So the first email, I'm a big fan, I want a reading. I tell him no. He goes, you're just a whore that's showing your tits to everybody on YouTube. I'm like, you sound like a rapist stalker. That's my response in 2016. Then in 2018, he goes, I'm a big fan, but you know, I don't believe in tarot, but I watch all your videos. Let's go out to dinner sometime. I ignored him. 2018, he writes another one. He goes, yeah, I just hate what you do. You know, I just don't believe in all that. But I want to take you out. I want to wine you and dine you. I ignored that message. Because I didn't know what he looked like. Because I only had the emails, but on the dating site. So this guy, like, pretty much has been hoping and praying. Like, this guy, this has been his life, is to try to connect with me. I've got all the messages. I think I should post the receipts because this sounds crazy, and I don't think you guys are going to believe me unless I show some of the receipts. So in the community tab after this video is over, I'm going to post them. I'm going to, of course, wipe out the email, his email name, but you're going to see the dates and everything that the emails were sent to me. Okay, so then not only that, what he did was I put the cameras up, and you can see, I could see him walking past my house. So I even put on the internet, you know, you need to stop because I can see you on the camera, this or that. So he finally started leaving me alone like 3-4 weeks ago. He was calling me with blocked numbers, doing hang-up calls. He was even sending me text messages along the lines of, if you meet me right now, I'll give you $1,000 for a 15-minute tarot card reading. My tarot card readings are $25, $50, and $75. Why would you pay $1,000 for a 15-minute reading? Just go to the website and pay $25 for a 15-minute reading. I'm like, that's weird. Like, just stop. Like, just stop it. And then he's even been posting, like, weird comments on my YouTube channel. He threatened to do it. I've got the receipts of him threatening to destroy my career by by spamming it with all these messages. Her universe, I explained that in the beginning of the video. So that's how he was able to locate me, is because I let my guard down on a dating site. And for those of you that are wondering, Jamie, out of all those people, well, he hasn't beaten me up. So the police won't put him in jail unless he physically tries to harm me. They don't put people in jail for writing you messages or being obsessed with you, especially if you're on the internet, if you're on YouTube. It just looks like he's a fan that got a little, that went too far. So unless he like actually does something to physically harm me, well, he's not allowed on the property. So if he even shows up once and I see him on the cameras, he will be arrested. But then he can be arrested. The dating site I was on was called Meet Me. I also say that in the beginning of the video. But I've got like lots of, and also my neighbors are on alert. Everybody knows what's going on. So they know what he looks like. It's going to be hard for him to get away with anything any further. Plus, I've got a really like a loud alarm. I think I showed you, the alarm system I showed you guys. I'm going to post the alarm video in the link. The alarm is like really loud. It sounds like police sirens. And I got a lot of other things also. So he's not going to be able to get away with anything else. But what was so crazy is after all that was said and done, guys, you guys were telling me as I was giving you guys a daily play-by-play of the stalker, you guys were writing to me in the comment section. Yes, I'm licensed. I'm licensed to carry a gun and I have a gun. Yes, Truth Seeker. I'm licensed. Okay, so oh yeah, I wouldn't mess with POF. Yeah, for sure. That's a whole different animal. Okay, so as I was telling you guys daily what was going on with the guy, you guys were writing to me, Jamie, he sounds like a narcissist. That's what narcissists do. I was like, what do you mean? And somebody was like, Jamie, watch this person's channel. The channel was Face It Trace or Trace Face It. One of you guys were so nice to let me know what that was. And I watched a few of her videos and I was like, oh my God, that's how this guy acted. He's sick and twisted. I guess narcissists are pretty dangerous. They're touched. They're not well individuals. Narcissists also don't like for people to out them. They also look for revenge. Narcissists are competitive. So he didn't have a job. He was between jobs. His mom paid all of his bills, all that stuff. So, and he sees me flourishing, own business, independent, good mom with my kids 24/7, this and that. And I guess he was getting envious. But in my mind, logic, even though my cards were telling me all of this, I was, like, okay, no way. There's no way somebody could be this crazy. Even my card said he was a bigot, said he was racist. And I was like, they must be thinking of someone else because this guy's Mexican. How is he racist against Mexicans? But he's a narcissist. Yeah, so I was just like, what? So, but my cards, he confirmed everything my cards were saying about him, about being a twisted person and being a sicko and all that stuff. So I was just like, whoa, what the hell? Her universe, oh my gosh, that's horrible. So, but he told me I was going to pay and I was going to pay bad. But anyway, so like his mom was supporting him. His teenage daughter had a job and I guess he was demanding that she give him all of her money. It was like a thing. It was like a big freaking thing. I was like, I don't give, like I would be busy. I would be busy, doing readings or taking care of the children. I would look at my phone when I was done and there'd be like 100 messages. Sometimes, guys, 100 pending messages. There were so many messages coming in from him that, like, I don't know why, but my iPhone wouldn't even let it go through. It was like error, error, error. It would say error because he was sending, it was like fast. They weren't computing, I guess. So he'd be like, yeah, you're ignoring me. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. I'm never messaging you again. And I'd be like, oh, thank God, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, there's a whole nother barrage. So he's like, yeah, I need some money. I'd be like, we all need money. You better go get a job. And he would be like, that's cold-hearted. Well, you're a grown man. Grown men, I mean, me and him were the same age. We're almost middle-aged and you don't have a job? I understand if you're between jobs, if you lost your job. But I mean, we're both fucking almost middle-aged. We're both almost senior citizens. And for those of you that are like, Jamie, isn't a senior citizen officially you're a senior citizen at 55? So I'm just a few years away from that. So I'm almost a senior citizen. Yes, I am. So same thing with him. So it's like, what the hell? I mean, we're not children. Everybody's got to pay bills and support themselves, right? So I'm almost, we're almost eligible for the senior citizen discount at Denny's. So I mean, it's time that, you get your shit together, buddy. But I'm talking to him like a sister or like a community member. Thank you, Lisa. I've been doing Botox since 25. Botox and filler since 25. It freezes you. What was I saying? So it's kind of like, so I'm trying to talk to him like a community member, like a friend, like, a friend from summer camp, so the guy's like, he's thinking this is romantic, which I guess, like I said, I made a mistake here. Aw, thank you, Her Universe. Thank you. So in my, looking back now, I see where I made the mistake. Never engage with a narcissist. Never. I didn't know that. Now I know that. Don't try to get to the bottom of a narcissist. Don't try to pick their brain. Don't try to see if there's childhood trauma. That's not what you do. Yes, you remember, Kat. Yes. It was crazy. So I've never been in a situation like this ever in my whole life. I never even really heard of people like this. Yeah. I know, Chucky, that's the only thing I'm missing in my life. If I could just find a good buddy that's normal, I think I would have it all. My whole life would be complete. But I mean, everybody's crazy out here, so I can't even do that. So, I never met anybody this sick in my life. And again, I take full responsibility for even engaging. That could have cost me my life. So anybody out there that's dealing with a similar situation, or if you experienced this, don't engage. There's no way to pick their brain. Because I was thinking, maybe it's childhood trauma. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Maybe they just need me to pet them a little bit. Maybe they didn't get love from their mother. That's where my mind goes, where my heart goes. But no, he's just a sicko, just a narcissist. That's all. This is what they're hoping for. A narcissist wants you to pity them. They want you to feel sorry for them. They want you to let your guard down so that they can harm you. Oh, so he kept trying to manipulate money out of me. But I was like, nope. Because I don't support men. I don't think it's my job as a grown woman to be feeding or funding a man. I never have, and I never will. That's a turnoff. I don't do that. Especially somebody I spent 55 minutes with and they gave me the heebie-jeebies. You think I'm gonna fucking break bread with you? Never. I guess because I'm on YouTube. People honestly think if you're on YouTube, that means that you're rich. No. So I guess he was thinking that I had all this money just stacked up in the closet, and thought I was just going to be like, sure, here. He thought I was going to make it rain on him, I guess. No, I don't support men. I won't even give you 50 cents. Not going to happen. Because the only men I'll give people, men or, males, is my children. Those are the only men that can get money out of me. And anyway, what man comes to a woman to try to maneuver money out? And what man says he wants to get someone pregnant after 55 minutes? That sounds desperate, but it's called love bombing. I did not know this. It's love bombing. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. I never heard that term before until I was posting on here and you guys told me. If it wasn't for you guys, I might have still thought he was like a sick little child that needed help, or like he had arrested development. I would have probably still been thinking that if you guys didn't tell me otherwise. All right, so I don't know if I should post the receipts of the emails going back to 2016. I don't know if I should. I don't know if it's going to cause more trouble or if it's, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I'm going to get off now. Yes, trying to trap me, absolutely. Maybe he was hoping to have a kid with me so that I could, so that the kid could grow up and get a job and he could take the kid's money like he does to his other kid. No, not 2 years ago. This was in, no, this was in the beginning of the new year this happened. This just happened. Like 7, 8 months ago. Wait, no. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 8 months ago. I didn't know what narcissists were 2 years ago. Okay, I won't post the receipts then. All right, guys, JamieZebra23.com. Ta-ta for now. Love you long time. So hopefully that clears up what everybody's been asking me through email, through messages. What's her? I forgot her name. What's her name? She's an Aries. She asked me 3 days ago what happened with this guy. No, I didn't even know about narcissists 2 years ago. No, that's not when. This was I met the guy in November of 2019. And I talked to you guys about it, I believe in January of 2020. I'll go back and look and I'll actually unlock the video and I'll post it in the link here. All right, JamieZebra23.com. Ta-ta for now.